never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented
Good evening. This is Ken from Yankees The Ugly Truth, and we are here to do the live play-by-play today of the New York Yankees facing off against the Tampa Bay Rays. This is game 2 in the set. We dropped the first game in the opener, hopefully looking for more offense out of our team and a good outing for Max Fried to start the evening for us. I want to thank everybody who has hopped into our stream. Your support is most appreciated. For those of you who have hopped in, if you haven't, please take a moment to let your voice be heard and your vote be counted in our active poll tonight. Will the Yankees' poor offense cost Max Fried the opportunity for a win today? That is the question of the moment. So take this second to let me know what you think and let your vote be counted. I want to welcome y'all that have hopped into our stream. John Mazzola, thank you, sir. Jonathan, most appreciated. Margaret, always good to see y'all's shining faces in our play-by-play. If you have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Make it easy for y'all. The QR codes are set in the upper left and right-hand corners of the screen. Hardcore Sports is on the left. Yankees The Ugly Truth is on the right. And for those of you that are actually members, please make sure that you ring the bell, set the notifications so that you know every time that we are live and not Memorex. Like I said, I want to thank all of y'all for taking time out of your busy Saturday afternoon to listen to a little bit of baseball. And I'm going to start with our lineups today. Leading off and playing center field is going to be Trent Grisham. Hitting out of the 2-hole and playing right field is Aaron Judge. Hitting in the 3-hole is going to be left fielder Cody Bellinger. Back at first base is going to be Ben Rice. Hitting in the cleanup slot. In the 5-hole will be the DH Giancarlo Stanton. In the 6-hole will be second baseman Jazz Chisholm. In the 7-hole is going to be catcher Austin Wells. In the 8-hole is going to be shortstop Jose Caballero. And bringing up the rear and playing third base is Ryan McMahon. And as I mentioned earlier, Max Fried will be on the bump for the Yankees today. For the Tampa Bay Rays, Diaz will be leading off DHing. Vlad will be in left field hitting out of the 2-hole. Miranda will be at first base hitting out of the 3-hole. Caminero will be at third base cleaning up. Williamson will be at second base hitting in the 5-hole. DeLuca will be in right field hitting in the 6-hole. In the 7-hole is going to be Mullins playing center field. Behind the dish is going to be Fortis hitting in the 8-hole. And bringing up the rear is going to be their shortstop, Tyler Walls. On the bump for the Blue Jays is going to be former Cincinnati Red, Nick Martinez. I had been an advocate of bringing him on board the Yankees during the offseason, but to no avail. So for those of you that are here, why don't you drop a shout out so that I can acknowledge that you are here in the stream with us? How are we feeling about today's games? Are we optimistic, pessimistic? Think that we're cooked and going to drop our second series of the season? Or are we going to fight our way back into this one? Let me know what you think. And at this time, we have 6 votes in our active poll. There is more time to hit the drop your answer before game start time. And the first pitch is on the way, and Martinez fires, and that pitch is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Grisham is hitting 158 on the season, no home runs, 4 RBIs, and a 584 OPS. And Martinez sets, pitch is on the way, and it is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 2-0 on Grishbaum. And the pitch is on the way, and that is off the plate. Count is going to be 3-0 on Grisham. Martinez sets and fires, and that pitch is way off the plate. So that is going to put the first runner of the night on for the Yankees. Coming up to bat is the captain, Aaron Judge. All rise, the judge is in the chambers. Judge is hitting .224 on the season, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs. And the first pitch is on the way, and that cutter is in there for call, strike 1. And the changeup is on the way, and Judge is going to swing and miss. Count is 0-2 on the captain. Martinez sets, and this ball bounces off the plate. Good block by the catcher. Count remains or goes to 1-2. Grisham is going to remain at first. And the pitch is on the way, and Judge swings over the top of the changeup for strike 3. That is going to do it for the captain. The home plate umpire is Shane Livensberger. He is a hitter-friendly umpire. 6 calls challenged, 2 have been overturned. And Martinez sets, the pitch is on the way, and that is down low to Bellinger. 1-0. And Martinez sets, fires, and this ball is hammered through the infield. It is going to go into right field past Aranda. DeLuca is going to get the ball in first, and Bellinger is going to have a single. Grisham is going to advance to third, so the Yankees have runners at first and third and 1 out. A little bit of situational hitting. Bingo. Get on the board. Coming up to bat is Ben Rice. And the first pitch is out of the way, and the curveball is chop fouled out of the first base slide. Count is 0-1. Yeah, my initial call, John, was that Caballero had to hit 250 and have solid fielding, and he is well below the 250 line. Pitch is on the way, and that floats down low. Count is 1-1.
We're in here. I'm gonna go make some food. And I also told them I don't want them touching the front yard because I need a rake. There's little bitty leaves everywhere. In the section.
And the pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call. Strike two. Count is 1-2 on Rice.
You didn't tell them to do the front yard, did you? Have to rake the front yard to get all the little leaves up.
And there's a pickoff attempt at first. Ed Rice is stepping back into the box. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off.
Any food? Delicious.
And that is fouled off and out of play. Martinez sets. Bellinger takes off, and the catcher mishandles the ball. Bellinger is going to steal second base, so the Yankees now have runners at second and third with one out and a 2-2 count on Rice. Ed Martinez sets and fires, and this is right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike three. Rice started to walk it off. He knew that he'd got rug up on that one. That is two down. Yankees have a runner at second and third with two outs. Coming up to bat is big Giancarlo Stanton. And Martinez sets and fires, and that pitch is inside. Stanton is hitting .326 on the season, 1 homer, 7 RBIs, and an .815 OPS. And Martinez sets, fires, and the pitch is inside. Count is 2-0 on Big G. Martinez sets, and this pitch is driven to left field, but right at Blade. And he is going to put it away for the third out. The Yankees going to strand two. Coming up in the bottom of the first is going to be Diaz, Blade, and Aranda. And for those of you who have share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Your support is always appreciated. Make it easy for y'all. We have QR codes in your upper left and right hand corners. All you have to do is take your cell phone out, select the channel you'd like to subscribe to, put your camera in camera mode. It'll come up with a hyperlink once you wave it in front of the QR code that you want. The left is Hardcore Sports. The right is Yankees The Ugly Truth. It'll take you, if you hit the hyperlink, it'll take you straight to YouTube. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button, and you'll become a member of your selected site. I recommend ringing the bell and setting all notifications so that you'll know when we are live and not Memorex. And for those of you that are here, we have an active poll this evening. There are 6 votes. I recommend taking a moment to let your voice be heard, your vote be counted. On the bump this evening for the Yankees is going to be Max Fried. So is Freed going to be the stopper? And the first pitch is on the way. And that is called ball one. Wells is challenging this pitch right off the bat. Diaz is hitting 373 on the season, 3 home runs. And the pitch is overturned. It is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Freed sets and he fires, and the cutter is up and in. Count is 1-1. Ed Freed sets. Pitch is on the way, and the batter is going to check his swing. Count is 2-1. Ed Freed sets and fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is now 3-1 on Diaz. Freed sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is foul down the right field line. Count is now full, 3-2. Max sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike 3. Mr. Diaz, you are out of here. Go grab some bench, brother, because you just got K'd. That's the first one for Freed this evening. The lot is coming up to bat. And Freed sets and fires, and that pitch is fouled straight back. Nice cutter coming in at 91 miles an hour. Count is 0-1 on Vlad. Vlad is hitting 100 on the season, no home runs, 1 RBI. And Freed sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is just up high and outside. Count is 1-1. Freed sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is called ball 2. And Wells is going to challenge this one. Okay, it looked like he touched the top of a helmet, but they are not going to challenge this one. Count is 2-1. And Freed sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is now 3-1 on Vlad. For those of you just hopping in the stream, we are in the bottom of the first. There are no runners on, 1 out, 3-1 count on the 2-hole hitter. Freed sets and fires, and Vlad skies this one to right field or left field. Bellinger is waving his hands. He's got the ball and makes the out. 2 down for the Rays. And Aranda is up to bat. First pitch from Freed is a slider down low. Count is 1-0. Aranda is hitting .250 on the season, 3 home runs, 12 RBIs, and an .809 OPS. Next pitch is on the way, and this is chopped to Caballero. Caballero fields and fires to Rice, and that is going to do it for the Rays in the bottom of the first. They go down 1-2-3. Coming up to bat in the top of the second is going to be Jazz Chisholm Jr., Austin Wells, and Jose Caballero. And for those of you that have hopped into our stream, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to make it easier for you. There are QR codes in your upper left-hand corner and right-hand corners. Left is Hardcore Sports, right is The Ugly Truth. You know what to do. And for those of you who have hopped into our stream, take a second to vote in our active poll. Let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. And I want to thank everybody who has hopped into our stream this evening. Your support is always appreciated. As far as programming notes go, I will be live for the third game of this series at 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. So tune in to listen to a little bit of baseball. How are we feeling about the game? And the first pitch is skied to right center, and Mullins is going to track it down. My personal dislike of one pitch outs, ridiculous. You're hitting below the freaking Mendoza line, and you're going to swing at a pitch like that? Give me a break. Hey, Nancy, welcome to the stream. And Martinez sets and he fires. The first pitch to Wells is down low. Count is 1-0. Wells is hitting 152 on the season with no homers, no RBIs. And the pitch is on the way, and the changeup catches the top of the strike zone. Count is 1-1. Martinez sets and fires, and this ball is driven to right field. It is going, and gone. That is a 4-bagger for Wells. That is his first home run of the season. And it is 1-0 New York Yankees. That went 396 feet and traveled at 105.5 miles an hour. And that puts the Bombers on the board, 1-0. Coming up to bat is Jose Caballero. And the first pitch is on the way, and the cutter is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Martinez sets and fires, and that pitch is a changeup in there for call. Strike two. Count is 0-2 on Caballero. He is hitting 125 on the season, no homers, and RBI, and a 336 OPS. Martinez sets and fires, and that pitch is up high. Count is 1-2 on Cabby. Hey, Landon. And the pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is 1-2. Martinez sets and fires, and that changeup is down low. Count is 2-2. Martinez sets and fires, and that pitch is swung on and missed. Ball was way out of the strike zone. The Caballero is now 1 for his last 26 at-bats. Brad McBad is up to bat. Pitch is on the way. That curveball is off the plate. Count is 1-0. McBad is 2 out of his last 29 at-bats. And the pitch is on the way, and this one is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. And it looks like they're about to have a mound visit. McMahon is hitting .069 with no homers, 2 RBIs. And Martinez sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is base hit into right field. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham. Does not have an official at bat. He walked in his first plate appearance. First pitch on the way to Grisham is a changeup out of the strike zone. Count is 1-0. Martinez sets. And he makes a pickoff move to first base. McBad is back in standing up. Wasn't hardly taking a leave, so I don't know why the hell you would throw over for that. You go buy a Dodgers hat, Landon. Martinez sets and fires, and that sinker is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 1-1. I might end up having to buy a Pirates or a Phillies hat for my grandson's T-ball. Martinez sets and fires, and this pitch is down low. Count is 2-1 on Grishbaum. Grisham sets, and this ball is skied to right field. DeLuca is standing in place, and he makes the play for the third out of the inning. And that is not before Trent Grisham hits his first home run of the season to give the Yankees a 1-0 lead. Hey, Sean, welcome. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the second is going to be Caminero, Williamson, and DeLuca. And for today's Major League scoreboard, the Phillies sneak past the Diamondbacks 4-3. Tigers hammer the Marlins 6-1. Pirates sneak past the Cubs 4-3. Twins beat the Blue Jays 7-4. Royals beat the White Sox 2-0. In the bottom of the seventh, the Reds lead the Angels 5-3. In the bottom of the seventh, the Athletics lead the Mets 7-6. As you know, we're in the bottom of the second. Yankees lead the Rays 1-0. And those are your active scores and completed games for the afternoon. For those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could take this opportunity to drop your vote in our active poll. And if you have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Wells did hit a homer shot. Ed Freed sets. First pitch is on the way. It is in there for call. Strike one. Count is Ed Wood. Nice sinker. And Freed sets, and that curveball is up high. Count is even at 1-1. And Freed sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is fouled off into Caminero. Count is 1-2. Caminero is hitting .220 on the season. 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. And Freed sets, and the ball is hammered to center field, and that is going to split the gap. Caminero is rounding first, heading to second. Grisham retrieves the ball and shoots it into the infield. That is a leadoff double for Caminero. Williamson is up to bat. You know, Dudley, you need to come up with some new material, brother. Welcome to the stream. Pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call. Strike one. Nice cutter on Williamson. Williamson is hitting .250 with no home runs, 3 RBIs, and a .618 OPS. Freed sets and fires, and that pitch is just a bit high. Count is 1-1. Freed sets and fires, and that ball is fouled off. Count is 1-2 on Williamson. And Freed sets. Pitch is on the way. And Jazz is going to field it over the middle. He's going to fire to first base to record the out. Caminero is going to advance to third. DeLuca is coming up to bat. And Freed sets. Pitch is on the way, and the curveball is swung on and missed. The Yankees are bringing their infield in. Luke is hitting 240 on the season, 1 home run, 4 RBIs, and a 669 OPS. Freed sets and fires, and this ball is a fly ball to right field, and it's going to dunk in front of Judge. Caminero is going to score, and that is going to tie the game up at 1 apiece. So the Rays have a runner at first with 1 out. Cedric Mullins coming up to bat. And the first pitch is on the way, and the sweeper is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Mullins is hitting 136 on the season with 1 home run. And Freed sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is guide to center field. Grisham is going to make the play, and DeLuca heads back to first. So now there are 2 outs with the runner at first, and the catcher, Nick Fortis, is coming up to bat. Freed sets. Checks all the runner at first. Pitch is on the way, and it is... Wow. It's called ball 1, but the count is 1-0. And Freed sets. Pitch is on the way, and the sinker is down low. Count is 2-0. Freed sets, and the pickoff attempt is at first. And he just gets back in time. Freed sets and fires, and he hates the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike 1. Count is 1-1. 2-1. And Freed sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is bounced to Caballero. Caballero is going to take this short route and flip it to Jazz at second. And that is going to do it for the Rays, but not before they are able to tie the score in the bottom of the second. Coming up in the top of the third is going to be the captain, Cody Bellinger, and Big Ben Rice. The 2-3-4 in our lineup. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. QR code on the left is Hardcore Sports. QR code on the right is The Ugly Truth. I want to extend my appreciation for everyone hopping into our stream today. Your support is always appreciated. If you have not, please drop your vote in our active poll. Will the Yankees' poor offense cost Max Fried the opportunity for a win today? Let your voice be heard and your vote be counted. So, how are we feeling about the game thus far, guys and gals that are out there in internet land? Let me know what you think. If you have not, I dropped a short by accident at 2 a.m. this morning. Hop on over and take a look at it. The short is titled, Why is Randall Grichuk on the Yankees Major League roster? Take a look at it. Let's get some insight and hear what you think. First pitch to the captain is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Judge is 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout in his first plate appearance. So all rise. The judge is in the chambers. And Martinez sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is fouled off. Count is quickly 0-2 on the captain. And in traditional two-strike fashion, he steps out of the box, picks up some dirt, and throws it to the side. And the pitch is on the way, and the captain hammers this one foul down the left field line. And Martinez sets, pitch is on the way, and the captain is going to foul this one off, even though he was tied up. Count remains 0-2 as we head to the fifth pitch of the at-bat. Martinez is at 40 pitches on the day. Martinez sets and fires, and Judge is able to tap this one foul down the third base line. Count remains 0-2 as we head to the sixth pitch of the at-bat for the captain. Martinez sets and fires, and this is a lazy fly ball into shallow left field. Walls is backing up, and he is going to make the play in shallow left field. That is the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger, 1 for 1 on the day with a stolen base. Martinez is set, and the pitch is on the way. It is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike one. That one was a 92-mile-an-hour sinker. Martinez sets and fires, and that curveball is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2 on Belly. Martinez sets. Eddie fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-2. Martinez is at 45 pitches on the night. And he sets. Brings the pitch, and Bellinger fouls this one straight back. As we head to the fifth pitch of the at-bat. Martinez sets and fires, and this one is hammered foul. Count is going to remain 0-2 as we head to the sixth pitch of the at-bat. Pitch is on the way, and this one is fouled off. Pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is now 1-2. And Martinez sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is tap foul off of Belly himself. Count remains 1-2 as we head to the ninth pitch of the at-bat. So Martinez's pitch count is rapidly increasing. He is now at 50 pitches. And Martinez sets and fires, and Belly slaps this one foul down the left field line. And that one is going to make the stands. So we'll be heading to the 10th pitch. That was actually a fastball, Sean. Pitch is on the way, and the curveball is off the plate. Count is now even at 2-2. Martinez sets. Pitch is on the way, and this one is a massive pop-up. Martinez is going to win this battle. Walls is standing just on the outfield grass, and he puts that away for the second out. Coming up to bat is Ben Rice, 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout in his first plate appearance. Martinez sets, and the first pitch is called, ball one, and the catcher is challenging. And the pitch is going to be overturned. That is a strike. So the count is 0-1 on Rice. And this pitch is driven into left center field, and that is going to drop in between the left fielder and center fielder, and Rice is going to be at second with a double for Rice. Let's go Yankees. Yankees have runner at second with 2 outs. Coming up to bat is big Giancarlo Stanton, 0 for 1 on the day. Martinez is now at 55 pitches. Martinez sets and fires, and that sinker is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1 on Big G. Hey, Ronald, welcome to the stream. Next pitch is on the way, and that is just inside. Count is 1-1. Martinez sets and fires, and this is a moonshot. Vlad is tracking it, and he is going to make the play in middle left field, and that is going to do it for the Yankees. No runs and no hits as we head to the bottom of the fifth, or bottom of the third. Coming up to bat is Walls, Diaz, and Vlad. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. Hey, Michael, welcome to the stream. If y'all haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you haven't, please take this moment to drop your vote in our active. Reed is at 29 pitches on the afternoon. And the first pitch is on the way. It is in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. Nice fastball that catches the inside of the plate. And Fried sets. Pitch is on the way, and it catches the inside portion of the plate for call, strike two. Count is 2-0. And I want to thank Deadly St. Louis for the super chat. Most appreciated. Fried sets, and that pitch is guide to left field. And this one is just foul. Count remains 0-2. And Fried sets. The curveball is in there for call, strike three. And the batter is challenging the call of a strike. And it is confirmed that that ball is in there for call, strike three. So the Tampa Bay loses their first challenge. They have one challenge remaining. And that is Maxey's second strikeout of the game. Diaz is up to bat, 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. First pitch is on the way, and that sweeper misses up high. Count is 1-0. All right, Deadly, have a good time at the Cardinals game. And the pitch is on the way, and it catches the outside corner for call, strike one. Count is evened at 1-1. Fried sets and fires. That pitch is foul down the first base line. Count is 1-2. Freed sets. Pitch is on the way, and the cutter is just inside. Count is evened at 2-2. Pitch is on the way, and the ball is chopped to Jazz. Jazz fields it cleanly and fires to Rice at first. And that is going to do it for Diaz. There are 2 outs. Coming up to bat is Vlad. 0 for 1 on the day. And the first pitch is on the way. That curveball is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. Freed sets and fires, and Valade checks his swing, but the first base umpire says, no, you went. So the count is now 0-2. Freed sets and fires, and that ball is fouled straight back. Count remains 0-2. And Freed sets, pitches on the way, and that curveball is tap foul. Count remains 0-2 on Vlad. Freed sets and fires, and this ball is a high fly ball to left field. Bellinger is backing up, and he is on the track and going to make the play for the final out of the inning. So the Rays go down in order. Coming up in the top of the 4th is going to be Jazz Chisholm Jr., Austin Wells, and Jose Caballero. For those of you who have just hopped in our stream, if you haven't, please take a second to drop your vote in our active poll. Will the Yankees' poor offense cost Max Fried the opportunity for a win today? We have 12 votes so far and an even 50-50 split. Give me 1 second. All right, guys and gals in internet land. How are we feeling about the game today? We have not really had a lot of discussions. How are we feeling about Fried's pitching performance? Is he going to be the stopper that he was last year? Fried came in after 13 Yankee losses and picked up wins in 12 of those games following a Yankee loss. Martinez is at 58 pitches, and the first pitch is off the plate. Count is 1-0 on Jazz. Jazz is 0 for 1 on the day. He flew out in his first plate appearance. And the pitch is on the way, and it is guide to left center field. And Vlad is going to make the play for the first out of the inning. Coming up bat is Austin Wells, 1-for-1 on the day. He hit a solo shot home run in his first plate appearance. Martinez sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Martinez sets and fires, and that curveball is up high. Count is evened at 1-1 on Wells. For those of you just hopping into the stream, we are in the top of the fourth. The score is tied 1-1. Hey, Nick, how you doing? Hope you're enjoying the stream. And the changeup is in there for call. Strike 2 on Wells. Count is 1-2. Martinez sets and fires, and the pitch is foul tipped into the catcher's glove for strike 3. That is 2 away in the fourth for the Yankees. Coming up to bat is Jose Caballero, 0-for-1 on the day with the strikeout. And the first pitch is looped into center field, and Mullins is tracking it, and he is going to make the play for the third out of the inning. Yankees go down in order. Hey, Zach, how you doing, brother? Appreciate you being here. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to one and the same. Your support is always appreciated. And for those of you hopping into the stream, we are in the top of the fourth inning. The game is locked up at 1 apiece. Coming up to bat for the Rays in the bottom of the fourth is going to be Miranda, Caminero, and Williamson. So hold on to your seats and let's see what we do. Time to get it on. For those of you in the chat, how you feeling about the game? How you feeling about the stream? How you feeling about life in general? I've dropped a boatload of shorts over the last few days. I recommend handing over to Yankees The Ugly Truth and checking out some of them. I think you'll like the content. And for those of you who have not subscribed, there are QR codes on your upper left and right corners. Left is for Hardcore Sports, right is for Yankees The Ugly Truth. All you have to do is put your cell phone in camera mode and put it in front of the QR code that you wish to subscribe to. A hyperlink will appear, hit it. It'll take you straight to YouTube, and all you have to do is hit subscribe, and you're a member of the new channel. And Freed sets, and the first pitch is guide by Ron to the left field. Bellinger is tracking it, makes a nice loop, and catches the ball on the run. For the first out of the inning, coming up to bat is Caminero. 1-for-1 on the day with a double and a run scored. The only run scored for the Rays. And Freed sets. First pitch is on the way, and the Changeup stays outside at high. Count is 1-0. Reed sets. And he fires, and the changeup is the sweeper is way inside. Count is now 2-0 on Caminero. Reed sets and fires, and this ball is bounced to Jazz. Jazz fields it cleanly and fires to Rice at first for the second out. That is 7 in a row down by Max. Coming up to bat is Williamson. Williamson is 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out. And Fried sets, and the pitch is going to miss just inside. Count is 1-0. Fried sets, and he fires, and the curveball catches the top of the strike zone for call. Strike one. Count is evened out 1-1. Fried sets and fires, and the sinker is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2 on Williamson. And the pitch is on the way, and the sinker is just a bit low. Count is evened at 2-2. Williams Fried sets, and the pitch paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike three. Williamson is down looking. That is 8 in a row for Fried. Coming up to bat in the top of the fifth for the Yankees is Ryan McMahon, Trent Grisham, and the captain, Aaron Judge. 9-1-2. For those of you who have hopped in, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And the active scoreboard today: Phillies down the Diamondbacks 4-3. Tigers down the Marlins 6-1. Pirates beat the Cubs 4-3. Blue Jays close out the Twins close out the Blue Jays 7-4. Royals have beaten the White Sox 2-0. In the top of the ninth, the Reds lead the Angels 7-3. In the top of the ninth, the Athletics are leading the Mets 11-6. As you know, we're heading to the top of the fifth, and we're tied 1-1 in this game. And in the top of the first, the Nationals and Brewers are locked up at zeros. That is your active scoreboard at the very moment. I will let you know when other games go live. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, take a moment to drop your vote in our active poll. McMahon is up to bat. He is 1 for 1 on the day. Martinez sets, and the pitch is in there for call. Strike one. And Martinez sets and fires, and that pitch is slug on and missed. Count is 0-2 on McMahon. Martinez sets and fires, and this ball is popped up to shallow right field. DeLuca is in, and he is going to make the play for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham, 0 for 1 on the day with a walk. Martinez sets, and the first pitch is a curveball that catches the outside portion of the plate. Count is 1-0-1. Martinez sets and fires, and that changeup is outside. Hi, John. How you doing? Appreciate you hopping in the stream. Count is 1-1 on Grisham. Martinez sets and fires, and this ball is foul straight back. So the count is going to go to 1-2. For those of you just hopping into the game, we're in the top of the fifth. The score is tied 1-1. Yankees have an out with no runners on base. Count is 1-2 on Grisham. Martinez sets and fires, and that pitch is inside. Count is 1-1. Catcher is challenging the call of a ball. And the call is confirmed, so the Tampa Bay Rays have lost their second challenge, and they have no more challenges left. And the pitch is on the way, and that bounces in the dirt. Count is going to roll full 3-2. Pitch is on the way, and it is down low for ball 4. The Grisham is going to take his gear off and head to first with his second walk of the day. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a flyout. First pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1 on the captain. Martinez sets and fires, and this pitch is down low. Count is evened at 1-1. And Martinez sets. Checks on the runner at first. Pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call. Strike 2. Count is 1-2. And anticipate that the pitcher is going to throw a freaking changeup. Martinez sets, and the pitch is fouled away. The runner was going. Count remains 1-2 on the captain. Martinez is at 78 pitches. Martinez sets, and that pitch is way down low. Count is even at 2-2. Judge is 1 for his last 15. Can he get something going today? And there's a pickoff attempt at first. Grisham is back in head first, safe. Martinez sets it, fires. That ball is hit foul down the third base line. Grisham was taken off once again. Martinez sets and fires, and this one is hammered to center field. Mullins goes all the way back, and he is going to make the play on the warning track. Grisham has to head back to first base. He hit that one right on the screws to dead center. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger, 1 for 2 on the day with a stolen base. And the first pitch is on the way, and that is slapped past a diving Caminero into left field. So that is Bellinger's second hit of the night. So the Yankees have runners at first and second with 2 outs. And Big Ben Rice is coming up to bat. He is 1 for 2 on the day with a double and a strikeout. And it looks like they have a mound visit going on. So while we're waiting, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family or the Hardcore Sports Network, please consider subscribing. And if you're just joining our stream, please take a minute to drop your vote in our active poll. Yes, Jonathan, I would agree. I think we need a hit. And Martinez sets, and the first pitch is inside. Count is 1-0. Martinez sets, and he fires, and that pitch is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 2-0 on Rice. Martinez is at 84 pitches. Martinez sets and fires, and that changeup is down low. Count is 3-0 on Rice. Martinez sets, and he fires, and that pitch catches the top of the strike zone for call, strike 1. Count is 3-1 on Rice. Rice is in my fantasy baseball lineup tonight, so it'd be nice for him to do a little bit of bingo. Pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate and low. That is ball 4. So the bases are going to be juiced with Yankees, and coming up to bat is Big Giancarlo Stanton. And here comes Cash. So
hit the road, Jack.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. And one more time.
Hit the
Road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Because Nick Martinez, you are out of here. So, are we going to have a little bit of situational hitting? Are the Yankees going to be able to capitalize on this bases juice 2-out situation? Kevin Kelly is coming in to replace Nick Martinez. And Sean is cautioning Big G to wait for his pitch. So I don't see any answers out there. Is Big G going to come through in this? So Kelly is on the mound, and the first pitch is a sinker in there for call, strike one. Stanton is out for 0 for 2 with a flyout and a line out. And he pitches, and the ball is off the plate. Count is 1-1. Kelly sets and fires, and that pitch is swung on and missed. With bases loaded, Stanton is hitting .325 with 11 grand slams. Kelly sets and fires, and Stanton swings at a sweeper off the plate for call, strike three. And that is going to do it for the Yankees, leaving the bases loaded. We are halfway through this game. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the fifth is going to be DeLuca, Mullins, and Fortis. Well, that was very disappointing. However, still plenty of game left. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. If you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to one and the same. QR codes are in your upper left and right hand corners. Left hand side is Hardcore Sports. Right hand side is Yankees The Ugly Truth. Info note for y'all, I will be back on tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. for Game 3 of the Yankees versus the Rays. Reed is at 53 pitches, and the first pitch is in there to DeLuca for call, strike one. DeLuca is 1 for 1 on the day with an RBI. He drove in the only run the Rays have. And Fried sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is chopped to Jazz. Jazz fills it and flips it to Rice for the first out of the inning. That is 9 in a row retired by Fried. Coming up to bat is Cedric Mullins. He is 0 for 1. First pitch is on the way, and that bounces off the plate. Count is 1-0. Looks like he might have clipped the umpire with that pitch. And Fried sets. And he fires. That pitch is going to catch the top of the strike zone for call. Strike one. Count is evened at 1 up. And Fried sets and he fires. And that pitch is a curveball in there for call. Strike two. Count is 1-2. Maxey has 3 strikeouts on the day. And Fried sets, fires, and that sweeper tails off the plate. Count is now 1-2. Mullins checks his swing. Fried sets. Pitch is all the way, and that four-seamer is swung on and missed. So, Cedric, you are out, brother. Go grab some bench. And Fried sets, and the first pitch is up and out of the strike zone. Nick Fortis is up to bat, 0 for 1 on the day. Pitch is on the way, and it is a pop-up. Jazz is tracking it and is going to make the play in shallow right field for the third out of the inning, and that is going to do it for the Rays. That is 11 in a row for Fried to retired. Coming up to bat in the top of the 6th is Jazz Chisholm Jr., Austin Wells, and Jose Caballero. And going over our active scoreboard today, the Phillies beat the Diamondbacks 4-3. Tigers down the Marlins 6-1. Pirates beat the Cubs 4-3. The Twins beat the Blue Jays 7-4. Royals beat the White Sox 2-0. Reds beat the Angels 7-3. Athletics beat the Mets 11-6. As you know, we're going to the top of the 6th. We're tied 1-1 in this game. In the top of the 2nd, Nationals and Brewers are at 0s. Top of the 2nd, the Guardians are leading the Braves 1-0. In the bottom of the 1st, the Cardinals and Red Sox are locked up at 0s. And in the top of the 2nd, the Cardinals or the Giants and the Orioles are locked up at 0. And that is your active scoreboard as of right now. More games to follow.
Something to eat. Do you want me to slice up the tomatoes so you can make your own BLT later?
And the first pitch from Seymour is in there for call, strike one. Ian Seymour is the new pitcher. And he sets and he fires. And the slider is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. And Seymour sets and he fires, and Jazz swings on that pitch, and that is good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Hey, Clint, welcome to the stream. No problem. I'm here every day except for Wednesdays. Coming up to bat is Austin Wells. And the first pitch is going to catch the top of the strike zone for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. And Seymour sets and he fires. That sweeper is off the plate. Count is evened at 1-1.
And swept out the shed.
And Seymour sets, pitch is on the way, and this is fouled straight back. Count is 1-2 on Wells. And Seymour sets and fires, and that pitch is foul down the right field or left field line. Count remains 1-2. And the pitch is on the way, and that is grounded to the second baseman. He lays out and makes the play, flips it over to Aranda at first, and that is going to be the second out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Jose Caballero, 0-2 on the day. Has a strikeout to his name and is one for his last 29. So we're going to see something out of Caballero in this at-bat. And the pitch is on the way, and that is in there for call, strike one. I think that one was actually low. And Seymour sets, fires, and the changeup is in the dirt. Count is evened at 1-1. Seymour sets and he fires, and that pitch is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike two. Count is 1-2 on Caballero. Next pitch is on the way, and it bounces in front of the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. What color is your freaking goose? Seymour sets and fires, and that is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike three. And that is going to do it for the Yankees. Caballero is down looking. The Yankees are retired in order, and we head to the bottom of the sixth. Walls, Diaz, and Vlad are coming up to bat. Well, John, you're right. I have played. And what I suspect is going on, I've been tracking this, on the side for myself. Almost every player that participated in the WBC had their spring training broke up. They are all hitting horribly. I suspect that the broken spring training has something to do with it. Usually you have about 60 to 70 at bats for hitters. And by the time you hit that, then you're ready for the regular season. I know Judge, for instance, during spring training, he had 19 at bats. And in the WBC, he had 22 at bats, I believe. So he didn't even have half the at bats that he should have had in the spring training. Additionally, during the WBC, you're ramped up way differently than you are for spring training. So they are getting tuned up, they go to high leverage, and then they're back in spring training again. So that messes your timing up. Ryan McMahon has been a big question. James Rawson has changed a lot of things with regard to McMahon and his hitting. And I think it's just going to take time for it to kick in. Well, I can thank my wife that she let a wasp in here. So now this damn thing is flying around. And Fried sets the first pitch, and that is grounded past a diving McMahon down the left field line. Bellinger is going to pick it up. Walls takes a big turn, but Bellinger gets the ball in quickly, and he stays at first. So that is the first hit in the last 11 batters. Well, I hope I answered your question, John. And Yandy Diaz is up to bat, and the first pitch is in there for call, strike one. Beautiful curveball. Diaz is 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a strikeout to his credit. And the pitch is pulled deep to left. Bellinger is back. He's on the track. And he leaps. And he makes a catch off the wall. And Walls hustles back to first base. That was a fantastic play by Cody Bellinger. Diaz just cannot believe that play. John, I better be careful with statements from me like that. Not sure what you're talking about, John. Vlad is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 2. Fried sets and he fires over at first. And the runner is back in, diving safely. And Fried sets. Pitch is on the way. And that is in there for call, strike one. Hey, Sean, welcome back. And the pitch is on the way, and it is right down the heart of Broadway for call, strike two. So is Fried going to record his 5th strikeout of the night? And the pitch is lined into center field. That's going to be in there. Grisham is firing to third. Walls is in there safe. They fire, the cutoff fires to first base. So the Rays are going to have runners at first and third with one man out. Miranda is coming up to bat, 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a fly out. And Fried steps off the mound. And Fried sets. Pitch is all the way. And it is called ball one. That is definitely a strike. Come on, Wells. Challenge. Count is 1-0. He does not challenge. Fried checks on the runner at first. He sets and he fires, and that pitch is going to just miss the strike zone. Count is 2-0 on Aranda. Fried sets and fires, and that fastball catches the top of the strike zone. Count is 2-1. And Fried sets and fires, and this ball is hit into left field. Bellinger is going to track back and make the play on the warning track. Tagging is Walls. Belade is heading to first, so that is a sac fly for Aranda, and it is a 2-1 lead for the Rays. Caminero is coming up to bat. Fried sets and he fires, and that ball is fouled straight back. Caminero is 1 for 2 with a double. Fried sets and he fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is even at 1-1. Caminero is 1 for 2 on the day with a double. Fried sets, and there's a pickoff attempt at first. Aranda is back in head first, safe. Coming up to the pitch is grounded to McMahon. McMahon fills it cleanly and fires across the diamond to Rice for the third out of the inning, but not before the Rays score a run in the bottom of 6 to take a 2-1 lead. Yeah, Clint, they're better off on the injuries during the WBC. Teams have more control of their players, and they basically put out, with regard to pitchers, that they were not pitching in certain situations. They weren't pitching in back-to-back days, and there were still injuries. For those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family or the Hardcore Sports Network, please consider subscribing. The Hardcore Sports Network QR code is on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, it is the ugly truth. If you have not, please take a moment to drop your vote in our active poll. Will the Yankees' poor offense cost Max Fried the opportunity for a win today? 22 votes and counting. So thanks for your active participation. And let's see. Clint, you are in Costa Rica? No, that's John Meza. And it looks like Ahmed Rosario is coming to pinch hit for Ryan McMahon. And Seymour sets and fires, and that pitch is down low. Count is 1-0. And the next pitch is on the way, and that is all the way to the backstop. Count is 2-0. Griffin Jacks is warming up in the bullpen. Seymour sets and he fires, and that pitch paints the top portion of the plate for call. Strike one. Count is 2-1. Rosario is hitting 300 on the season, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, and a 1048 OPS. Seymour sets and he fires, and that sweeper is swung on and missed. Count is even at deuces. Seymour sets and fires, and Rosario swings at a ball in the dirt. That is one away in the 7th. Coming up to bat is Trent Grisham. And Seymour sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call. Strike one. Grisham is 0 for 1 on the day with a pair of walks. And the pitch is on the way, and that sweeper catches the outside with call. Strike two. Count is 0-2. And you know what, John? I have a John in my family too. My youngest middle son. And the pitch is skied to center field. Mullins is tracking it, and he's going to put it away for the second out. Coming up to bat is the captain. All rise. The judge is in the chambers. Judge is 0 for 3 on the night with a strikeout, a pop out, and a line out. And it looks like they're bringing Griffin Jacks in. So
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more.
and one more time.
Hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more.
Well, I think it's early in the season to make any critical calls. If you look at the AL, there are only 3 teams that are above 500, and the Yankees are one of them. Like I said, there were a lot of people playing in the WBC, and I don't think that they are in tune yet. Judge has been hitting balls on the screws over the last 3 games, and I have the sneaking suspicion that he is about to go nuts again. Gas seems like he's chopping under balls and popping a lot of things out where he would normally be hitting line drives. So I think that things will change. Come here, my little man. All right. Yankees are losing 2-1. So what do you got to say?
Let's go Yankees.
That's right. Let's go Yankees because we need some good luck. All right. Give me a kiss. All right. Now it's your turn.
And for even more luck, let's go Yankees.
All right. Be good. Listen to Nana and don't be jackasses. And the first pitch from Jax is a sweeper down low. Count is
They're sliced in a container.
1-0. Jax was one of the phenom pitchers in the WBC, but he's got a over 9 ERA. And the second pitch is on the way, and that is inside. Count is 2-0. And the pitch is on the way, and the sweeper is called. Strike one. Count is 2-1 on the captain. And Jack sets, and that sweeper bounces in the dirt and heads all the way to the backstop. The count is now 3-1 on the captain. And Jack sets, and he fires, and that pitch is inside for ball 4. So that is going to be a base on balls for Judge. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger with 2 outs, runner at first. Bellinger is 2 for 3 on the day with a stolen base. And it looks like there's another mound visit. All right. It may be time to switch from the Yankee cap to the Navy cap. And in the Navy, we train the way we fight. So hopefully the training that the Yankees have experienced will interpret to runs in this game. Bellinger has 2 singles on the day and a stolen base. And Jack sets. First pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call. Strike 1. Nice sweeper. Jack sets and fires, and that pitch is a changeup that is off the plate, swung on and missed. Count is 0-2 on Belly. Come on, Cody. Bingo, brother. Jack sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is a curveball swung on and missed. That is good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Bellinger, and that is going to do it for us in the 6th, or the top of the 7th. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the 7th is going to be Williamson, DeLuca, and Mullins. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Your support is always appreciated. And for our scoreboard, Phillies beat the Diamondbacks 4-3. Tigers beat the Marlins 6-1. Pirates beat the Cubs 4-3 and 11. Twins beat the Blue Jays 7-4. Royals beat the White Sox 2-0. Reds beat the Angels 7-3. Athletics hammer the Mets 11-6. Going to the bottom of the seventh. Braves lead the Yankees 2-1. Top of the fourth, the score is 0-0. In the bottom of the third, in the Braves Guardians game, Guardians lead 1-0. In the bottom of the third, the Red Sox and the Cardinals are locked up at zeros. In the top of the third, the Giants and the Orioles are locked up at ones. And that is your active scoreboard for today. And it looks like Max Fried is coming out for the seventh inning. And the first pitch is a sinker swung on and missed. Count is 0-1 on Williamson. And the pitch is tapped to Fried. Fried spins and fires to Rice, and that is one out. And Fried sets and fires, and that curveball is inside. Count is 1-0. Fried sets, and the pitch is on the way, and it is in there for call. Strike one. Count is even at 1-1 on DeLuca. He is 1 for 2 on the afternoon with an RBI. And Fried sets and fires, and this pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. Fried sets and fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is evened at deuces. And it looks like Baker is warming up in the pen. And Fried sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung and missed for strike three. That is Fried's fifth strikeout of the day. Coming up to bat is Cedric Mullins, 0 for 2 on the day. And the first pitch is the curveball off the plate. Count is 1-0. Mullins has flied out and struck out today. Fried sets and fires, and the curveball is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 1-1. And Fried sets and fires, and this ball is chopped to Rice. Rice is going to flip to Fried, and Fried beats Mullins to the bag for the final out of the inning. So the Rays are going to go down in order in the seventh. Coming up to bat in the top of the eighth is Ben Rice, Giancarlo Stanton, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. So it may be time to turn this thing around. And it looks like Brian Baker is coming into the game to take over for Griffin Jacks. And we have posted a Q&A question. If you could, drop me an answer. Let me know what you think. And our question is, can the Yankees come back and take the second game of this series? Let me know what you think. And the first pitch to Rice's up high, count is 1-0. Baker sets and fires, and Rice fouls this one back. Count is evened at 1-1. Pitch is on the way, and this is lined into left field. Valade is waiting on it, and that is going to be the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Giancarlo Stanton, 0 for 3 on the night with a strikeout. Ed Baker sets, and the changeup is in there for call, strike one. Count is 0-1 on Big G. Line out, fly out, and a strikeout. Baker sets and fires, and that pitch is up and in on Stanton. Count is 1-1. Baker sets and fires, and that pitch catches the inside corner for call, strike two. Count is 1-2 on Big G. The pitch is on the way. The changeup is inside and low. Count is evened at 2-2 on Stanton. And Baker sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is up and in on Stanton. Count is now 3-2. And the pitch is on the way, and Stanton hammers this one foul down the third base line. Baker sets and fires, and Stanton hammers this one straight back. Count remains 3-2 as we head to the eighth pitch of the at-bat. And Baker sets and fires, and Stanton fouls the changeup straight back. Count remains 3-2 as we head to the ninth pitch of the at-bat. And the pitch is on the way, and that is way inside. Ball 4 to Stanton. So Big G is going to work a walk. And it looks like Randall Grichuk is coming in to pinch run for Stanton. Jazz Chisholm is coming up to bat, 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout. And the pitch is on the way, and this is bounced over the first baseman's head. It is going into the right field with the bullpen. Grichuk is going to make it to third. Chisholm is going to be at second, so that is a double for Jazz Chisholm. The Yankees have runners at second and third with 1 out. Coming up to bat is Austin Wells, 1 for 3 on the day with a solo shot home run, strikeout, and a flyout. Well, they are meeting on the mound, I guess, to form their. Yeah, Rob, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. For those of you just hopping in, we are in the top of the 8th. The Rays lead the Yankees 2-1. The Yankees have runners at second and third with 1 out. Austin Wells is coming up to bat. And they are going to pitch to Wells. They're playing the infield back. So a ground ball in the infield is going to tie this game up. Grichuk is pinch running for Stanton at third base. Jazz is at second. And the first pitch is on the way, and that ball is guide to shallow left field. Belade makes the play, and that is not going to get it done. Holding up at third is Grichuk. So the Yankees have runners at second and third with 2 outs now. Jose Caballero coming up to bat. 1 for his last 29. Is this the opportunity for Caballero to break through? The only people left on the bench is Oscara and Goldschmidt. And Baker sets. First pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is 1-0. And Caballero is calling timeout. There's some type of beat between Caballero and the ump, and Boone is out there breaking it up. And the pitch is on the way, and that is inside. Count is now 2-0 on Caballero. Caballero is 0 for 3 on the night with a pair of strikeouts. Yankees have left 8 runners on base tonight. Can we get a little bit of situational hitting? Can we do some bingo? Pitch is on the way, and that ball is a line drive into left field. That is down the line, and that is going to end up in the corner. 2 runs are going to score, and Caballero breaks his 1 for 29 streak. The Yankees now take a lead 3-2, and they keep flashing Volpe in the dugout. So thank God Caballero finally comes through. Yankees now take a 3-2 lead in the top of the 8th. Coming up to bat is Ahmed Rosario. He pinch hit for McMahon last inning. Rosario struck out in his 1 plate appearance. Baker makes, that's a balk. He makes an attempt to throw to first, and there is no defender and no runner at first. So that is a balk. Caballero is going to advance to third on the balk. And the first pitch is on the way. That is inside to Rosario. Count is 1-0. And Baker sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is swung on and missed. The changeup was down low. Come on, Ahmed. You know better than that. Count is 1-1. Next pitch is on the way, and this is guide to center field. Mullins is tracking it. It is going to make the play, and that does it for the Yankees in the top of the 8th, but not before the Yankees tag 2 runs in the top of the 8th to take a 3-2 lead on the Rays. Hey, Dev, welcome to the stream. And for those of you who have hopped in, if you haven't, please hit the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family. Please consider subscribing to one and the same. We've made it easy for you. There are QR codes in your upper left and right hand corners. All you have to do is take your cell phone out, wag it in front of the, put it in camera mode, wag it in front of the QR code for the channel you want to subs to. Left is Hardcore Sports, right is The Ugly Truth. I want to thank everybody for taking time to listen to a little bit of baseball tonight. Info note for y'all, I will be back tomorrow at 1:30 to call the final game of the series, hopefully the rubber match of this series at 1:30. So hop in, listen to a little bit of baseball, and give a shout out and let me know that you're here. Support is always appreciated. If you have not, please take time to answer our poll question for the evening. And there is a Q&A question. Can the Yankees come back and take the second game of the series? So drop your answer in. And Max Fried is coming out to pitch the 8th inning. And the first pitch is on the way, and that curveball is in there for call, strike 1. Count is 0-1. Nick Fortis is up to bat. Next pitch is on the way, and that one is a cutter that goes all the way up to the backstop. Count is even at 1-1. And Fried sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is lined into left center field. That's going to split the gap, and Grisham is going to get it in. Cortez is going to be at second, or Fortis. There's a fastball up in the zone, and he tattooed it. Coming up to bat is Taylor Walls, the shortstop, 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. And now they've put Simpson in at second as the base runner. Chandler Simpson is going to take over as the pinch runner. Fried sets, and they show bunt. It is bunted straight to Fried. Fried fires to first and records the first out, but Simpson is going to move to third. Ed Boot is headed to the mound. Fried is at 88 pitches. Diaz is 0 for 3 on the day. And Fried sends Boone back to the dugout. He's going to stay with Fried. And the Yankees are bringing the infield in with the runner at third. All right, Baxi, it's time to get nasty. Fried sets, Eddie fires, and that pitch is bounced to Rice. Rice is not going to have a play at home, and that is going to be a base hit, and the run scores. The game is now tied. Damn it. So there is now a runner at first with 1 out, and the game is tied. And the pitch is all the way, and the first pitch is outside to Vlade. Count is 1-0. And Fried sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is driven to center field. Grisham is drifting and makes the play for the second out of the inning. That's the second out of the inning, and Aranda is coming up to bat. 0 for 2 on the day with an RBI. His RBI came on a sacrifice fly to left field. And Fried sets, fires, and the pitch is fouled straight back. Count is 0-1. Fried sets, and he fires, and the pitch is chop fouled. Count is 0-2. And Freed sets. The pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike 3. And that is going to do it, but not before the Rays are able to bring in a run and tie the score. The score is tied 3-3 as we head to the top of the 9th. Coming up to bat in the top of the 9th for the Yankees is Trent Grisham, Aaron Judge, and Cody Bellinger. 1, 2, 3. What do you see? And we're going to do a quick scoreboard update. And earlier today, the Phillies beat the Diamondbacks 4-3. Tigers beat the Marlins 6-1. Cubs beat the Cubs. The Pirates beat the Cubs 4-3. Twins down the Jays 7-4. Royals beat the White Sox 2-0. The Reds beat the Angels 7-3. Athletics beat the Mets 11-6. As you know, we're heading to the top of the 9th, and it's tied 3 apiece. In the top of the 5th, the Nationals have a 2-0 lead over the Brewers. Top of the 5th, the Guardians have a 1-0 lead on the Braves. Bottom of the 4th, the Red Sox have a 2-0 lead on the Cardinals. And bottom of 4, Orioles and the Giants are locked up at 2. And that is your active scoreboard for today. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family or the Hardcore Sports Network, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And it looks like Hunter Biggie is coming in to replace Brian Baker. Simpson is going to remain in the game in center field. And Biggie sets, and the pitch is ground up the middle. And Walls actually, was that Walls? Walls grabs the ball and shoots it to first base for the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out. All rise. The judge is in the chamber. Time for the captain to get it done. First pitch is on the way, and it is way up high. Count is 1-0. Biggie sets, and he fires, and that pitch is fouled off. Count is evened at 1-1. And it looks like they are going to have a mound visit. And Biggie sets, and he fires, and this pitch is way down low. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is all the way, and the slider is plug out at best. Count is even at deuces. Biggie sets, pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is full on the captain, 3-2. Biggie sets and he fires, and Judge taps this one foul down the third base line. We're going to reset and do it again as we head to the seventh pitch of the at bat. Judge calls timeout. He's banging the dirt out of his spikes, taking a couple of practice swings. Did not see him pick up his traditional dirt. He's back in the ball box. Biggie sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is way down low. That is going to be Judge's second walk in a row. Coming up to bat is Cody Bellinger. For those of you hopping in the stream, the game is in the top of the ninth. It is locked up at 3 apiece. Yankees have a runner at first with 1 out, and Cody Bellinger coming up to bat. 2 for 4 on the afternoon with a strikeout and a stolen base. And the first pitch to Bellinger is outside. Judge takes off, and he is going to steal second base. So Judge is now in scoring position. That is his third steal of the season. And Biggie sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is foul tipped. Count is 1-1. And Biggie sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is up and out of the strike zone. Count is now 2-1 on Belly. A little bit of bingo, Cody. Situational hitting 101. Pitch is on the way, and this is ripped to center field. Mullins is deep all the way back on the warning track, and Judge is going to tag and advance to third base. So that is a good out, productive at least. It gets Judge closer to third. A wild pitch will score the go-ahead run. Coming up to bat is Big Ben Rice. And they're going to intentionally walk Rice. So Grichuk is coming up to bat. Grichuk pinch ran for Stanton last inning. So is Grichuk going to get his first hit of the season? 0 for 9 so far. So will Grichuk get his first hit as a Yankee? And the answer to that is no. It is a pop-up to shallow center field. Mullins is coming on, and he is going to make the play for the final out. So there are 2 runners left on base as we head to the bottom of the ninth. Yes, Goldie is available. Goldie and Ascar, Clint. They're the only 2 people we have left on the bench. Coming up to bat for the Rays in the bottom of the ninth is Caminero, Williamson, and DeLuca. So Grichuk now is 0 for 10 on the season with 5 strikeouts. those of you just hopping into our stream, if you could please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Hardcore Sports Network or the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. To make it easier for you, there are QR codes in the upper left and right hand corners. Left hand side is Hardcore Sports Network, right hand side is The Ugly Truth. Programming notes for you. I will be live tomorrow at 1:30 to call hopefully the rubber match of this series. Come on out, listen to a little bit of baseball, and support the stream. And it looks like Fernando Cruz is coming in to replace Maxey. Caminero is 1 for 3 on the night with a double and a run scored. And Cruz sets and fires, and the slider is off the plate. Count is 1-0 on Caminero. Cruz sets and fires, and that pitch is going to catch the outside corner for a call. Strike one. Count is 1-1. Cruz sets and fires, and the splitter is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. And Cruz sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Straight back, and the count remains 1-2. And Cruz sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed for strike three. The splitter machine gets the K on the splitter. Coming up to bat is Williamson, 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout. And the pitch is on the way, and the fastball catches the bottom of the strike zone for call, strike one. Williamson has 2 groundouts and a strikeout. The Rays have no challenges remaining. Pitch is on the way, and the splitter is in the dirt. Count is 1-1. And it looks like Tim Hill is heating up in the bullpen. Cruz sets and fires, and that pitch is skied to right field. Judge is tracking it and is going to make the play for the second out. Coming up to bat is DeLuca. Johnny is 1 for 3 on the day with a strikeout, a single, and an RBI. And Cruz sets, and the pitch is hammered foul. Count is 0-1. And Cruz sets. Pitch is on the way, and the splitter is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2 on DeLuca. And the pitch is on the way, and that splitter bounces about 55 feet in front of the plate. Count is 1-2. Yankees are trying to stop a 3-game losing streak. And the pitch is on the way, and it is lined into center field. Grisham is going to field it and get it in quickly. So that is a 2-out base hit. And it looks like there's a mound visit coming. And it is Boone coming out. He's going to take the ball from Cruz. And Tim Hill is coming in with Mullins doing up. So while we take this minor break, there are 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. Rays have a runner at first base. Tim Hill is coming in for Fernando Cruz. Cedric Mullins is up to bat, 0 for 3 on the day. For those of you that are here, if you haven't, please take a second to drop your vote in our active poll. We have a Q&A question. Can the Yankees come back and win this one? So drop your answer. And I'm going to end the poll. 65% said yes. 35% said no. Offense actually failed Fried back in. So the 35% have it. Congratulations. And for those of you who have hopped in the stream, please hit the like button, share the channel out. Let me know how you're feeling about this game, the Yankees' opportunity to come back and win. And Hill sets, and the first pitch is sky to left field, backing up his Bellinger, and he's going to make the play just short of the warning track. That is a 1-pitch out. So we are heading to free baseball, heading to the top of the 10th. Coming up to bat in the bottom or the top of the 10th is going to be Jazz Chisholm Jr., Austin Wells, and Jose Caballero. Players who were key in the comeback from us down 2-1 to take a 3-2 lead. And it looks like Cole Slusser is coming in to replace Hunter Biggie. And since we're in extra innings with these bullshit rules, should be Randall Grichuk at second. So the Yankees have to score at least 1 run this inning. 2 is better. So what are the odds that Jazz actually lays down a bunt? And Sulcer sets and fires, and that pitch is swung on and missed. That was a 82-mile-an-hour changeup. Next pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate. Count is 1-1. And Sulcer sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is down low. That was a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Count is 2-1. Sulcer sets. Pitch is on the way. Jazz shows bunt, but it is way inside. Count is now 3-1. Sulcer checks on the runner, and that pitch is a pop up to the shortstop. Walls is making it, and that is done on the infield grass. Completely horseshit, non-productive out. I don't know, Jazz. How hard would it have been to lay down a damn bunt? Sacrifice yourself for the team. Coming up to bat is Austin Wells, 1 for 4 on the day with a solo shot home run. And the first pitch to Wells is a changeup down low. Count is 1-0. Pitch is on the way, and that ball is chopped to first base. It is fair ball. Aranda is going to step on the ball, and Grichuk is going to advance to third. Gee, Jazz, if you had bunted and moved Grichuk over, you would have just scored the go-ahead run. So Caballero is up to bat. 1 for 4 on the day. He had his first hit in 29 at-bats. And the first pitch is on the way. Fastball is in there for call. Strike 1. Count is 0-1. And Sulcer sets. Pitch is on the way, and that is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 1-1. Coming up in the bottom of the 10th, the Rays are going to have Cedric Mullen on at third base. So he is a speedy player. And the pitch is on the way, and that is grounded through the infield, and that is through for a base hit. And the Yankees are going to take a 4-3 lead. Grichuk is going to score. Caballero is at first base. So is Cabby going to take off and steal second? Coming up to bat is Ahmed Rosario. Rosario is 0 for 2 on the date with a strikeout and a flyout. And Sulcer steps off the mound. And Sulcer sets. And that is a pickoff attempt at first. And now they're checking to see if the first time he stepped off the mound, if that's a disengagement. If so, then this is the second disengagement. Umpires are talking about it. That is the second disengagement. So Caballero is most likely on the freaking go. Pitch is on. The Caballero takes off, and that is a slow roller to Slusser. Slusser is going to run the ball to the bag, and that is going to do it for the Yankees. The inherited runner is going to score, and the Yankees take a 4-3 lead. Coming up to bat is Simpson, Walls, and Diaz. Mullins will be on the second base as the ghost runner. Tim Hill threw one pitch, so he should be out here to pitch the next inning. For those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family or the Hardcore Sports Network, please consider subscribing. QR code on the left is Hardcore Sports. QR code on the right is Yankees The Ugly Truth. I want to thank everyone for taking time out of their busy Saturday evening to listen to a little bit of baseball. Your support is always appreciated. If you haven't, head over to my YouTube channel and check out the shorts that I've been dropping over the week. Think you might like what you see. And like I said, I will be back tomorrow to call the hopefully rubber match of this series at 1:30. And it looks like David Bednar is out here to try to hold it. And Bednar sets. First pitch is on the way, and he shows bunt, but the ball is a curveball in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Bednar sets, and he fires, and the bunt is bunted towards third. Rosario is going to set, and he is not going to make the play in time. So the Rays are going to have runners at first and third with nobody out. Walls is coming up to bat, 1 for 2 on the day. Sack bunt, single, run scored. Yankees are bringing the infield in. Bednar sets and fires, and the four-seamer is up. Simpson goes, and the throw to second is not in time. So the Rays now have runners at second and third and nobody out. And Bednar sets, and bunt is shown, and that is taken inside. Count is 2-0. And Bednar sets. Pitch is on the way, and the curveball is in there for call. Strike one. Pitch is on the way, and bunt is to Bednar. Bednar is going to come home, and that is not in time. And the tie score is now tied at 4 apiece. Simpson moves to third with the winning run in scoring position. And now they're beating on the mound. So they're going to walk Diaz and load the bases up and take their chances with the next player, and they are going to intentionally walk Diaz. So the bases are now going to be juiced with Rays, and there is nobody out. But Ducci is coming in it will be the hitter up. Boone is heading out to the mound to talk things over. So the infield is going to be crashing down. And they're bringing Bellinger into the infield, so they're going to have 5 infielders on the grass. And the Yankee infield is way in, and the first pitch is a curveball in there for call. Strike one. And Bednar sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2. This is Fiducia's first at bat of the game. Bednar sets, and he fires, and this pitch is fouled away. For this to make any sense, Bednar's got to get a strikeout. Bednar sets, and he fires. The pitch is up and away. That was a waste pitch. Changed the eye level of the hitter. Count is 1-2. Bednar sets and fires. The curveball is swung on and missed. So that is one down. So the Rays have the bases loaded with one out. Miranda is coming up to bat. 0 for 3 on the day. Strikeout and a RBI. Grisham is in left center. Judge is in right center. They back up at short and second to try for the double play. First pitch is on the way, and the four-seamer is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1. Bednar sets and fires, and this ball is chopped. Chisholm is going to get it, and he's going to bobble it, and the ball game is over with. The Rays are going to win this one 5-4. So the Yankees have a 4-game losing streak. Incredible. Incredible. Belly goes up in the air, and it was over his head. If he makes the play, he could come home for the force. And that is going to do it for the Yankees tonight. The numbers for tonight: Rays score 5 runs on 10 hits, no errors. The Yankees score 4 runs on 8 hits and no errors. Souser is going to take the win. Bednar is going to take the loss. I will be back tomorrow afternoon for the live play-by-play of Game 3 of this series. I will be on at 1:30. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family or the Hardcore Sports Network, take this moment to subscribe. I want to thank everybody for being here. Appreciate y'all's support. I hope that y'all have a great evening, and I'll end in my traditional fashion with "Let's go Yankees," and we'll see you in the funny pages.
Never slow up, no, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. I don't ever slow up.